Ah, yes, I can't wait for that to get copyright claimed because, on the VOD anyway, because, hey, every single piece of music from a popular, especially Nintendo game, you've got a bunch of people who definitely do not own the fucking rights, who just copyright claim everything for, like, if they made a remix or they rapped over it or something. And listen, I don't want to stifle anyone's artistic anything, but like, that's not, you don't own the fucking music. Get over yourselves. Anyhow, everybody, it is time to play some Kirby Superstar. Why did I decide to do this? Because somebody I knew streamed Kirby's Dream Land 3 recently, and that got me kind of wanting to play some Kirby. So we got a couple of options over here, and this is actually like a quite well fully featured sort of cartridge. You'd think, oh, they're giving you all these mini games, they must be really shit and tiny, and the answer to that is no. Quite a few of these are actually very long. We'll start from the bottom, I suppose. I can do this and it'll do absolutely nothing. That's fun. Mono or stereo? There's probably like more salient differences in actually more composed music than just this, but yeah. Megaton Punch and Samurai Kirby down here are mini games. They're basically just, hey, time the button press correctly. In particular, Samurai Kirby is basically sort of a quick draw game, whereas Megaton Punch is, hey, this meter is going to bounce up and down, and you get a couple of different variations of that. Time the button presses for the highest score possible to try to beat the other guy. Hooray! Now up top, we've got Spring Breeze. This is by far the shortest of the games. Actually, that's not true. Never mind. Because I don't think of Gourmet Race the same way, but we'll probably do that first, actually. Spring Breeze is basically Kirby's Dream Land 1, except in color, and you have powers, I think. There's a couple enemies that give out Kirby's standard copy abilities. Gourmet Race, it's a race, and you collect food. It's kind of a staple of the Kirby series, really. Dynablade. This one is much more like a more straightforward sort of Kirby adventure. It's longer than Spring Breeze by a good chunk, if I recall correctly, but it is not like super huge. But yeah, fairly simple series of platforming levels, go through them. That title does not match the picture. No, it does not. The name Dynablade sounds really badass, but it's just a slightly metallic looking robot bird. Did I just say slightly metallic looking robot? Holy shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I sure did. It's slightly metallic looking. I would think I was like gonna say, oh, the bird's a robot, but I don't actually know if that's true. But yeah, I'm used to plastic robots. Yes, I do enjoy a Gundam or two. And lastly, we have the Great Cave Offensive. This one is nice and long. And it's a bit more of an explorative sort of thing where there are 60, I believe, treasures. Oh, fuck you with your goddamn well. God damn it, you're gonna bring this up again, really? Shut up. Yeah, Great Cave Offensive. I believe there's 60 treasures to collect in this. It's a little bit more of an open-ended. I am definitely not going to say the words open world because A, that means something completely different, and B, if I have to discuss the idea of playing an open world game, I'll literally shoot myself where I sit. There's also Revenge of Meta Knight and Milky Way Wishes, which we do not have access to yet. Well, I'll discuss what those are when we actually get to them. But for now, I believe we have to complete all of these mini games in order to unlock Milky Way Wishes. So let's go ahead and let's race this chicken penguin man. It is not, but it has been a million years since I enjoy how you're just in like a void of Kirby logos for this little bit of tutorial they're giving me. That's right. Speaking of copyright claims, one of my friends actually did recently, you know, the same one that I mentioned just a moment ago. Since he started posting his VODs on YouTube, he got a fucking copyright claim for this song. And it's like, dude, it's not from Nintendo or HAL Laboratories or anybody. It's some rando. And this is one of the other reasons why copyright stuff sucks, is because you get these people who actually don't own the rights to things, who just kind of go, yeah, BT dubs, I'm going to abuse the system. And listen, I am not exactly some sort of like serious Nintendo fan. I know I play a lot of Nintendo games on here, but by and large, that's more because there are just a lot of Nintendo games, period. Also, I'm kind of getting my ass whooped here. In my defense, I cannot remember for the life of me when the last time I played this was. So, you know, everybody look away. Be respectful by pretending that you didn't see any of this. At least we're going faster than him. Yeah, so listen, far be it for me to look or sound like some sort of Nintendo defender, but there is kind of an extent to which, like, you know, there is some shit out there that sucks, right? Oh, I probably didn't need that power anyway. It is just like, hey, bad things can happen to bad people too, and that's not necessarily good. You know, this isn't like, you're not exactly sticking it to the man by stealing Nintendo's copyright money. And eventually they'll probably still get around to kicking your ass anyway. Especially because, let's also keep in mind that, hey, yeah, none of the suits arranged any of this fucking music, right? There's, like, actual people who made these things. So, yeah. Oh, wow, I somehow still actually had more food than the old guy. Wow, we defeated a penguin. So, yeah, real shorty there, but that's about it. This is your first time playing? No. Shall we explain copy? No, we know what a Kirby video game is. I say no, and it gives me a tutorial anyway. Did I have to press B? Is that what you're mad at me for? So, in this game, as compared to, say, the Dreamland series or Kirby's Adventure, your powers, first of all, HP is a little bit more weird in this game for enemies, and second of all, your powers have, like, whole move sets. Like, we do stuff like this when we're running with the beam power up. And if you go look down, you can see all kind of fun stuff. Like, we do that when we jump and we press the button. It's helpful. But yeah. Basically, the TLDR here is that the copyright system is so rife with abuse, and has been basically for as long as anyone has been able to discern. Oh yeah, that's right. Some of the ability sets you just have like fucking grabs. Like you're playing a fighting game. Or depending on who you ask, a party game. But I digress. That's a whole other joke. But yeah, the beam power-up is not particularly powerful. It's fun, but I mean, it's a Kirby game. Of course it is. If it wasn't, that'd be a bit of a problem. Also, yeah, your HP meter is not specifically cut up into a set amount of points or anything. In general, I think maybe this game is like really weird out of the entire Kirby series. I'd say, was this developed by someone else, but it was not. That'd be silly. The instrumentation feels a little bit odd in a couple of places. Oh, Kirby, you fool. You take that thing off the fish hook first. If you press the A button, you can spawn a helper with your other key over there. Now, if you press a button on the second player controller, which I have bound to my keyboard, the second player takes control of the partner and can use the abilities of the copy ability, even if that wouldn't necessarily make much sense. They get the A button, they can teleport to Kirby. Now, we're going to send that away, because, to be honest with you, the partner isn't super important most of the time. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, the partner is useless as I proceed to just immediately resummon the partner, because I had my thumb on the wrong key. Key, button, same thing. Depending on, like, bad translations of some games, it'll call the buttons keys for even a controller. But, yeah, not usually super important outside of Great Cave Offensive, where you absolutely require second player for quite a lot of treasures. Past that, it's just like, hey, if you want someone else as a second player, then sure. But in that case, you probably want an actual second player present, you know? Also in this game, Kirby gets some nice hats for, like, all of his powers. We had that sort of jester cap for the beam power. Ice, we get this funny blue fire thing. Freezer suction, that's a... God, it really is like a fighting game, huh? Like, this entire massive move list for any of these powers. It's kind of silly. I'm like delighted by this just on a like concept level. God, yeah, you just, it's just a fucking command grab at close range. That's so good. I'm so glad. Sorry, dude. That candy had something real strong in it. Ooh, let's pick up the sword. So, usually if you see the game hand off a sword... Oh, by the way, if you pick up a healing item, you can walk up to your partner and transfer a little bit of it through... I assume it's like you're an adult bird feeding a baby bird or something. Kind of style. So this boss is called Lololo and Lalala, I believe. Obviously, the tree was Wispy Woods. That's... We all know what a Wispy Woods is. We've all seen those things before. Oh, is it just two lows and laws each? Now that I put it that way, it's upsetting. Only a little. Come on. Actually, no, it's probably quite questionable. I cannot remember for the life of me because... I'm very forgetful. Anyway, so why the sword, right? Well, the sword and the hammer are the only two powers that you can use fully and properly underwater. So my immediate brain is like, hey, yeah, I see one of those. The other, it's gonna have to be put to use, right? Okay, yeah, no, I do remember Adventures of Lolo, and oh no, Rest and Rip are Snow Ice Man. However, he ran into a random enemy and got a new power and a new lease on life. Well, since we don't seem to be near any water, I'm taking the mirror power up because I kind of like this one. I mean, first of all, we get that clown hat, but also our jester's cap here, so we can remove 3 cards from the other player's deck. Wow. Okay, fuck. I'm having an issue here. Wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, listen, don't make fun of me. I don't have... I can't see very well without my glasses. I mean, wait. Oh no, you're just referring to the fact that the Babby Kracko is like just an eyeball. I say it like the normal size Kracko isn't also just an eyeball. Oh hey, look at that extremely happy flower that can eat us and do very large amounts of damage. Stay away from me, please. Well, I think our Blade Knight is about to bite the big... Never mind. Back to being Sir Kibble. You know, to do all the fun cutter stuff. This is also the game where you get that like massive drop attack that the cutter can use, which is a thing that eventually got transferred over to a certain party game slash fighting game. Listen, I'm just saying that I think the kind of idea there could have worked a lot better as a, like, more of a... No, dude. Damn it. Could have worked better as like an RPG. But I digress. Maybe that's just because I like RPGs. Anyway. I died. That was embarrassing. Wow, I died in a Kirby game. Listen, I know these games look cutesy, but they at least for a period, they didn't fuck around. This was sort of an era where Nintendo did occasionally make things that were difficult. Well, that and also they occasionally made things where they didn't just tell you literally everything about how to play the game. You know, the tutorials in this game, I mean, I know they've been there, but technically they're optional. Until the game is like, oh, you pressed the wrong button to not see that. They're skippable, unlike in Ocarina of Time. Then again, they don't show up in the randomizer because they've been taken out of that, so you guys have never seen that horse shit. Probably, at least not on this channel. And here we are, at the peak, as we go get to fight some big penguin guy. But there's some free powers in here if we want them. You know, if we want rock or parasol. Personally, I'm feeling a little bit like I can deal with, like I can hang with just this, which, you know, probably not a good idea for me to get too overconfident when you see how I've performed at various points, but... I mean, if I die, I still have more lives. I can go get stone or something. But DDD is taking a good chunk of damage, and in fact, I literally just let my partner do all the work there, didn't I? Dang! Sir Kibble was pissed. And indeed, as I said before, extremely short. We don't even have to do a second run through of this, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, if you're significantly better at this game, you can beat this in 10 minutes or less, probably. Hey, look, it's a credits roll. It's going that fast because, well, it's really only just for one time through. Excuse me. I fully assume that later on we'll get to see like a full length speed one. Yep. And then Kirby just, well, never mind. I was gonna say Kirby just drops the castle like a jackass, but everything's fine. Oh hey, look at all these Kirbys that are a whole bunch of them. I mean, I guess they could be Waddle Dees. You know, that's kind of exactly what you want anyway. Let's go check out Dynablade. Yes. Dynablade is destroying all the crops. She must be stopped. Master the different abilities and defeat her. Oh, I'm sure the level of mastery that will be involved is slightly less. Okay, I pressed a different button on it and it still gave me a tutorial. This game is really insistent that you know how to play it. Well, you know what? On the other hand, I gotta say, at least it's fair. Because, listen, you might be playing this game without access to the manual, and that's a thing that games should account for. Although now that games sometimes have digital manuals with them, like, I think the Switch Pokemon games had that, so maybe that will fix it a little bit. Yeah, I will cut it a little bit more slack than I will most Force tutorials because you can just press start and bypass it without having to watch the whole thing. You know, it's not like, again, to reiterate, Ocarina of Time. Oh, hey, we got a random drop. Where you have to see Navi explain, hey, the A button does different things, dumbass, a million times. Or, God help you, new Pokemon games. And I literally just said a thing about Sword and Shield, but new Pokemon games do force you to do the Pokemon capture tutorial. And really, a lot of battles in the newer Pokemon games feel super tutorialized for the first round as well. FF8 Junction tutorial. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's like the games kind of make you do that. So I'm not completely confident of how we get here. Probably Beam, if I had to guess. I'm pretty sure that's just Majora's Mask, isn't it? Because, like, Tattle is kind of an asshole to you in Majora's Mask, if I recall correctly. Like, I'd prefer Tattle over Midna, but still. Yeah, I freely admit that that's just sort of me being also kind of a smartass, but it was the first thing that came to mind as like a humorous response, other than removing my entire funny bone, but that would be quite difficult. I don't have that many hands. Okay, now which of these was the pathway that had extra stuff for us? Is my question. Oh. Oh, he got our candy. Darn. Well, you go ahead and not get close enough to anything just because we're not getting close enough to anyone for that yet. Yeah, those big, kind of bear-looking dudes that I forget the name of. I don't remember the names of most enemies in this game. They take some doing to get killed. Don't wink at me, you jerk flower. I know what you are. And that is a thing I would like to never get hit by. Oh, this guy! I remember you. You gave a really... Oh my god, I'm sorry. I just had to watch that happen because that seemed like genuinely kind of awful. Anyway, the chef gives us the cook ability, which I think is a one-shot move that, like, kills everything on screen and turns it into food or something. But moreover, I just remember that guy as giving a terrible minigame in Kirby's Dream Land 3, because I just saw that earlier today. Yo, 3 1-ups, hell yeah. I want to know what that other branching path had. I probably don't, like, have to do that. It's probably not anything too important, but why not? Speaking of not too important, I know I said earlier that the partner was of questionable importance, but then I just kind of did that. No, dude, you can come with. Let's take this thing instead. Gosh, look at our silly hat. It's like we gave a baseball hat eyes and also this gigantic fin. That shark fin is on completely backwards. I'm not sure that's what it... Listen, you are correct about that, but don't say it anyway. Oh, see, the game is smart enough to not respawn that 1-up. Even though I probably still deserve it. But, you know what? I won't hold that against the game too much. Nope. Always those dang Moai heads, right? There. Sometimes you just have them hanging out on a lawn next to a cannon. Can I just exit? Yeah, I can just exit stage from here. Excellent. Cool, so that wasn't a side path. That's what I was concerned about. This castle level, I seem to recall this is a pretty neat level. This also actually does have a a secret area, if I recall correctly. Ah, God, it's Meta Knight's cronies! However, thankfully for us, there's literally only 3 of them. Nice, that's quite helpful. Oh. You... Wow, alright, dude. Fuck. Holy sh... That's a lot of damage from this dude, and all that for a ninja power-up. All that so I could become a weeb. You can do some pretty fun stuff with this, if I recall correctly. You can do this. That's pretty cool if you're a huge nerd. Wow, I'm so glad that 1-up was there after I got murdered by this thing. Oh, hey. That was extremely unfair. This Biospark, that's a name choice here. What? Here, take this hat that's exactly the same as the one you already have, dude. Yes, this is what I was looking for, was the big giant switch. This opens up a little side path for us. There's only like 2 side levels in this game. I mean, to be fair, there's really not much in Dynablade, period, so admittedly there's only so much space for that, so oh wow, that Mr. Robin Wizard Hat there just sneaking off like that. Okay. Ah, dang it. I mean, good job, but also I really wanted that bomb power-up. I at least want to show it off. No good. Well, this location really does not want to let me get that. I think I just sort of made this assumption that there wasn't a bomb ability in this game, and instead there's just crash. However, we do have a little bit of bomb. Ah, okay. Not really the most interesting ability, at least not in my opinion, but it works. I mean, really, I think it would probably take until Kirby 64 or so for any of the bomb abilities to really get interesting. Also, yeah, plenty of the little sleep guys in an auto-scrolling section. You know, just kind of a standard Kirby trap. In fact, there's basically a whole boss centered around that in Kirby's Adventure. Where it's just like, hey, yeah, these objects could give you hammer, or they could give you sleep. you can at least tell the difference by color. It's not luck or something. That would just be rude. Dang it. Oh, we can just get wheel power up anyway. Look at Kirby sticking out of that stack of tires. That's adorable. Wow, something cute in a Kirby game? Who could imagine? Get over here. So we get to ride on the wheelie. This isn't necessarily, like, especially strong. It's just really, really fun. Also, hey, we get to see where a thing from... Ouch. Where a thing from Kirby's Air Ride came from. The various wheelies that you can ride in Kirby Air Rides all kind of originates back to this iteration of the concept. With one of them specifically just being this wheelie, but in 3D, obviously. Oh. Hey! Nice. Yoink! The hammer, of course, is, like, strong as hell. There's a reason why it's a mini-boss only item, and yes, you do in fact have... This is one of, like, one, maybe two mini-bosses that you can get in your little partner spot, period. Otherwise, everything else is either a one-shot or it'll be a regular type of enemy that gives it to you. That you can have as a partner. Hammer, of course, is useful for smashing big wooden pegs. Which is something you can also do with stone, I believe. But hammer is, well, in my opinion, it's a little bit more fun. Oh, hey, a roving mini-boss for some reason. This one gives the knuckle power-up, which we saw earlier in the game. And I'm not interested in that. Yes, that is correct. Most notably, hammer can be used underwater, whereas stone cannot. And I just find hammer to be a more fun power to use, and I think probably overall stronger. And not as dangerous to yourself to use. A lot of interesting powers in here that we haven't seen yet, but I'll show these off. Oh, there is a hammer here, so I can actually demo all these. Legally distinct Donkey Kong. Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Bonkers. Not to be confused with that monkey that the witch doctor gets in that one game. So yeah, Fire Kirby. It's about what you expect. You can dash and turn into a fireball. There's probably some other fun stuff you can do with it that I've forgotten. Oh yeah, you do like a spin attack if you're in the air. But you can still do the fireball. What else you got for us? Yeah, so... ultimately, kind of basic, but interesting nonetheless. Useful for most cases where you have to light a fuse to operate a cannon. Over here we got ninja, sword, bomb. I'll pick up that hammer again in a minute, but I also want to show off plasma. Now, plasma is a kind of interesting move, but first we gotta clear this area off. So, plasma has multiple different moves that are based on how much you charge up your thing by walking around. I think it fades over time too. But we got like that spark, that laser that pierces through enemies, and at full charge, that big freaking energy blast. That can do a lot of damage, but it's not really always safe to power up in certain places. It might be able to light things on fire. I don't think so. But we'll probably have to find out at some point. For now, we're taking the hammer. And it's off to the next level for us. Oh, hey, there's one of the plasma goons. Oh, sorry, it's called a plasma wisp. Pardon me. Oh, I forgot, you can... I noticed when I saw Bonkers do it, but you can block with the L and R buttons. That's right. What an odd thing. Is this the only Kirby game where you can do that? Hi, Retro. Look, let me try not getting completely sidetracked in this conversation here, but... Well... Bad news. It's gonna happen anyway. Ah. Darn, we didn't get out of that completely unscathed. We got out of the one room unscathed, but... I mean, then we did also still have the other thing afterwards that ran into us as we were coming out the door. And yes, this room has a little bit of a wind current blowing us to the right. It's not super strong, though, so it's... not like a completely manic rush or anything to get through. Alright, come on. Yes, there we go. We got Rocky. We got a rock with a headband, guys. That's right. Oh, that's a fun ability, too, that dude has. Let's see if we can get that again at some point. Down it goes. Ooh, down I go. Alright. Ah, dang it. Unfortunately, Rocky is being a little bit too feisty necessarily for this to be a thing that we can do. Well, here's something fun you can do with the hammer. You start running and you press the A button and you'll throw it away. Like I said, the partner can be kind of a pain in the butt. The yo-yo is actually kind of one of my favorite abilities in this game. You do a lot of fun stuff with it. Like... just what a delight. Whoa! Shit, I almost died right after collecting the 1-up. That would have been real stupid. Oh. Yoink! Alright, now be careful, dude. I said be careful, come on! That means you should be careful. There's a lot of those lava chunks that are in very odd, very cubic... Even Minecraft lava doesn't behave like that. Sheesh. And we get on the little Sonic the Hedgehog launcher thing. No, really, these are in Sonic as well. Obviously developed by a different company, but I just find that kind of funny. What a thing to be able to point out. That's right, Smash Brothers. You were beaten to the punch by many, many years by the exact same developer. Oh, Bugsy, you're a genuine individual, ain't you? I'm not taking that power. The suplex, I think it is, in this game. It's just not really my bag, although you can do some fun stuff with it against regular enemies. Not so much against bosses, but whatever. Yay, another 3 lives. Hooray, I'll be right back, everybody. Alright, I'm back, everybody. Going into this level, equipped with our yo-yo. So where we can be just like, I can be just like my hero, Brisket. I think in this level we need fire, actually. This seems like the first, if not the only level in this particular game cartridge where you need to be able to light a torch. So we're gonna go and try to grab that before our partner goes completely apeshit bananas and stops us from getting it. And then we've basically gotta carry it the whole stage. And of course, just collect five hot dogs right in a row. We're regular Joey Chestnut here. Hey! I actually took damage from one of the sleep dudes. Wow. I think they're just called sleepies. Which, I mean, fair, but it's quite simple. I'm probably going to call them something much sillier at some point, because I do that. Even if by accident. Oh, I see what you're what you're selling, game. You're making me fall all the way down when I get it one frame wrong. There we go. That's better. Thank you, Roundy. How's it going? Hope you're having a good evening. Unfortunately, our partner is not doing things the smart way in order to get through these Gordos, but oh well. It cannot be helped, I suppose. The AI is not necessarily always all that smart. I at least bet that the AI and the enemy AI in this game wouldn't lose to a fucking Atari at chess. But that's a whole different use of a term, so I digress. Well, neat. I'm glad to hear things are going well. Oh, the sunflowers are immune to water. Sure. Bird, however, no. I think at least the frogs. Excuse me. Speaking of frogs, I had a frog in my throat there for a second. Apparently, I think at least, yeah, the frogs don't die when they touch water. So at least the game had the good sense to do that. Come on, otherwise that would just be rude. I don't want to hurt the frogs that much. Usually not at all, unfortunately. Sometimes they are kind of in the way. Oh, get... Oh, dang it. Alright, Kirby, get in the cannon. Come on. That's better. That was really... That was definitely not a display of skill, we'll put it that way. Also, for some reason, this room has way more health than you could possibly need. Yeah, sure, let me just open up all this lava like a fool. What's over here? This is back to the... No, this is directly to the switch. Alright. That's... Huh. I'm kind of surprised by that. But whatever. Let's take the copy power, which sounds kind of redundant, but you'll see when I get to actually show it off what this thing does. Well, I guess I could pause and tell you, but it does also give you a pretty sick scanner thing when you put your eye on there. And you, sick scanner thing over your eye when you use it. My ability at words has gotten even worse somehow. Oh. Get back here. That guy gives copy. That'll do. Come on, I want to actually put this thing to use. Quit making me look like a fool. I don't need the help, etc. There you go. You steal the ability from an enemy and you don't have to fight them. This guy respawn? Yes. And this enemy will just steal your copy ability from you. What an absolute jerk. You kill him and you get it back, though. Now, surely it would probably be a very bad idea for me to go around exposing all this magma. But in my defense... I don't know, I keep hoping that it'll lead to something. King DDD's head explodes in gruesome particle effect. Yes, that's a visual, alright. Oh hey, look, just loose parasols. That's That's something you'd want to ever get hit by. You'll feel real silly for that. That thing just exploded, didn't it? The hell? Okay, dude, that was kind of messed up, but alright. So... we are on what I believe is the second to last stage of this game, so... mini-boss rush? Oh yeah, it's mini-boss rush time. That's good stuff. Ah, yes, and the classic Poppy Brothers doubler here. Get that back. Who needs... This is Dynablade, not Spring Breeze. But you are correct, who even needs that kind of lives? Oh, come on, I'm not that bad at video games. I may die in embarrassing ways in this, but, I mean... Also, I mean, hey, the game keeps giving them to me that easily. Not quite 3 lives that time, but we got it anyway. Let's go take a quick look at this, which is probably just going to be another ability museum for us. Yeah, well, giving up the hammer entirely feels wrong. So, I don't remember what all the wing power-up does, except that these feathers are extremely good at hitting switches from a distance. Oh, so we can do that. And we've got some more command grab kind of moves. I'm still going to continue to think of it that way. The Parasol does basically what you expect it to, but it does have some extra fun moves in this game that, you know, make it a little bit more interesting. Ice, of course, copy, obviously. Now, the jet power-up, I think, has something you can do while you're in the air, or you can just save that charge, and I can then proceed to not show that off very well. Let's take a quick look at the suplex. You just grab an enemy, and you press a direction, and you get a variety of different fun throws. A little bit more of a for fun kind of move, I'd say, than anything. And indeed, it does not work on bosses. Don't do that. So in this case, I guess I'll take the yo-yo. I already spent the tomato. Well, oops. We can go get another one, though. As far as, well, there's no need to. We've full healed. Honestly, that's often kind of true. I mean, I think that's true of a lot of Kirby games, especially if you're in a case where you can suck up 2 things at once. And you can do that. It usually does better damage. Okay, I didn't remember if Dynablade's got on the ground at that point. But yeah, you can get, she can grab you with her bird arms at that point, and it will be rather painful. Oh yeah, maybe a little bit more robot-y than I was implying before. Like that. Okay, don't dash under. I haven't played this game in a while. So, in my defense, well, there were probably always going to be some really stupid deaths involved. But yes. Alright, so let's summon one of these dudes and just go off and try to play this like normal. Those do not last very long, huh? As usual, it kind of ends up feeling like our partner is significantly more aggressive than us. Also, yeah, if your partner is dying, you can preserve the ability that way. Or, I mean, any other time you can get the ability back by just pressing the A button. Oh no, Kirby, you have murdered those poor baby birds' mother. It's okay, we'll fix this by just giving them to a random tree and giving them all of the tree's apples. This is probably why Wispy Woods is always so mad at us. Just steal a bunch of apples. Well, but we did it. Yeah, once again, real shorty, but there's other stuff that gets quite a bit longer. And in fact, we're gonna take on Revenge of Meta Knight next instead of hopping over to Great Cave Offensive, because as I feel I've implied, this one is quite long. Revenge of Meta Knight is less long. Defeat Meta Knight and his giant warship, the Halberd. Oh, I get it. Like, Hal related also? I don't know. Great Cave Offensive is pretty great. And yeah, this one's even got, like, narration from all of Meta Knight's crew of goobers here. Including this bird. Also, this music is really good. I mean, the music in this entire game is real good, but this in particular. We had some new stuff to deal with here. For a start, we've got a timer on these levels. Usually this isn't something to worry too much about, but it is there. Oh. Oh, they're actually still narrating while we're... Oh, I've got the lobster here. I'm certainly not good enough at video games, but I don't even know if you can kill heavy lobster inside of that area of time. Oh, hey, a callback to a location name from Kirby's Adventure. Wow, this game actually does have some... This franchise does have some plot continuity. Outside of the Dreamland series. I didn't really know that, to be honest with you. Like, I admit that I'm not paying great attention to Kirby games' plot as such most of the time. But also, yes, just another thing to note here is how we've got a different HUD for this. Which, I'm pretty sure that we had a different HUD between Spring Breeze and Dynablade, but here it's much more noticeable. this whole game just kind of radiates quality. Like, they put a lot of work into Kirby Superstar, and I'm not putting a lot of work into making myself look like I have any talent whatsoever. That was a pretty big unforced error on my part. Oh, because those guys just have a big freaking explosion radius. That makes sense. Don't think it makes me happy, but it does make sense. What? Well, that was just weird. Ah, I see. There's a ridiculously strong air current in these sections of this level. Alright, come on, let me get the... It's not even the kind that gives you invincibility. I just want the health. And that last hot dog was just to make sure that we were absolutely at full. Here would be a good time for the hammer, but there hasn't been one in Revenge of Meta Knight yet, so... Not to worry about that for now, I guess. And of course, yeah, just slide kick things too. You can do good damage for that in this game. Usually that's a shockingly potent weapon in the Kirby arsenal. Oh god. Oh, it's getting fast now. It's slowing down, thank goodness. Well, that's fine that we used all that. That'll do. Let's turn into a bird for some reason. Oh, I see. We're fighting the tree again. Wow. This is what I think we call in the trade the wrongest possible choice. But I am committed at this point. I probably should be committed to an insane asylum, but... Oh, that's right, everybody. It's double Wispy Woods. Oh, noes. You see, it's funny because the pointy schnoz that they have. Oh. Oh, I've never seen this attack before. That's... I'm seeing double! 4 Wispies! Nice. Good one, Roundy. That was an incredibly strange, incredibly strange attack there. Also, that bird... The facial expressions are pretty good. You know what? Pop that out. I'll take the Mike ability. That's right, the Michael ability. Wait, no. Ah, the screen flashing. They loved effects like that back in this era, that's for sure. Just go in there. I like how the game also positioned a cannon right there. Just like, hey, you want this? And yeah, as in most Kirby games, the Mike ability changes its graphics between each use, but in this game, you get different sound clips too, which is kind of neat. Yeah, exactly, Roundy. Nobody's ever heard of that. Come on. That was invented in like 1998 for Pokemon. Actually, I think that episode of the Pokemon anime came out before any of the Pokemon games came out in the US. So it was probably like 1997 in that case. Anyway, as always, whenever Electric Soldier Porygon shows up, I gotta remind folks that actually the thing that was causing all those particle effects. That's not correct, sorry. Why did I say particle effects? What the hell is wrong with me? The thing that caused all those visual effects was actually Pikachu. Porygon did nothing wrong. However, they were not going to allow the mascot to be hindered in any way. So they imprisoned Porygon on a load of bullshit charges. How extremely American of them. They won't let the rich guy go to jail. Wait. Oh. Someone's getting mauled down there. Oops. I literally saw that right in front of me, and I still... It's fine. There's gonna be a lot of... There's gonna be a lot of helper monsters that just get... Well, monsters is not really correct, but there's gonna be a lot of helpers who just get murdered throughout this playthrough. Even more than me. So... Yeah, be prepared to see a lot of that, I guess. Oh, there was a second one. Oh. I see. Well. Oh, damn it. That's my own fault. I'd say, well, we were gonna get to see it eventually, but I already showed that off anyway, so, like, come on. Nice. Off it goes. Oh, thank goodness. I think fighting Dynablade using fire would probably suck. We shot down Dynablade! Like, I'm not sure if they're bragging about it. They're like, ah, dang it! We thought that was something else Kirby was on. Oh yeah, it is real good. Oh, careful you don't drop on that one. We're getting some slightly meaner design in this one compared to previous games in the journey here. It truly is, Roundy. God, this game is just so good on so many levels. Ah, you're making me fight even more of these chuckleheads, huh? Whoa. Look out. Yeah, for some reason the fork guy gets a jetpack. Meta Knight's little minions are kind of oddly designed, some of them. Directing to the front of the twin cannon. Thank you. I'm sure this will end very well for you. Also, just in general, wow, you really do take a lot more damage in this game than I remember. Because I swear, it feels like we can only ever take, like, 4 hits. Which is definitely quite a lot fewer than most Kirby games. Where the norm tends to be 6. Oh yeah, and that guy who, like, destroyed half of our health meter earlier. Oh god. Oh yeah, that's a bad place to have those. That thing with the gross hands. I don't remember what that thing is called, but I dislike it. Okay, good, the Biospore. Never mind, I was gonna say good, the fucker didn't respawn, but the fucker did respawn, in fact. Oh shit, that sounds pretty hard, actually. And I am getting a little bit too complacent here. Everybody out, come on. Well, I was talking shit about this before, but it is a projectile attack, which I might need for Mr. Hands over there. Don't say that. That's Alright, dude. I'm not sure what you decided was so not very funny anymore after that, but I'm thinking the yo-yo will possibly get us through this? Oh. Okay, no, I thought that beam was like a million times bigger. Alright, can we just remove this thing? Yeah, that's beans. We all know that thing doesn't do much damage at least, so that's good. Alright, and it's been erased, and yeah, truly not that hard of a boss. I probably could do it better with something that's not that thing, but oops. Holy cow, what that mugshot on the bird guy with just the eyes bugging out like that. Oh my god, that's real good. That's up there in terms of like surprised faces. That's on the level of, like, Otacon being surprised during that one call in Metal Gear Solid. For anybody who's ever seen that. And yes, at some point I do have to play MGS1 on this channel, and probably MGS more than that, but definitely MGS1. Thank you, Rowdy. Ah! Shit. I'm sorry, I was having an issue. The issue is, everything here has beam, oddly enough. Ice will probably be kind of useful. I think. Approximately 74%, huh? That's right, the seal. The sail. Sail? Seal? Sail. Yeah, okay, go in the hole. Oh, I thought it was a bit before this. You heard this music. No, I think Kirby is gonna come in and kick your ass, guys. God dang it. I mean, wait. Alright, time for some healing. Oh. I was too slow to feed him. Alright. It's lobster time, everybody. Oh, that face on the meta axe is pretty good too. This bird dude is kind of a fucking maniac. It's like, hey, yeah, I'll freely destroy this ship for reasons of being able to attack Kirby with this robot lobster thing. So, if you mess around in the heavy lobster fight enough, it will eventually spew out a paintball that you can swallow for the paint ability, which, when used on it, will blind it. And also turn its chassis, like, a different color. I think red. One of those. It's too cold. Oh, funny that the bird guy is calling everybody chickens. Wait. Also, yeah, your partner can grab onto you while flying, and you'll take them for a ride, but you will get weighed down pretty significantly. Oh. Shit, I didn't need that. At least the wing power is usable in more situations. Like this one, for instance. Ah, crap. Well. Okay, so let's try to scout this out a little bit here. And for a start, stand on the ladder, do that. Yeah, that was easier than it looked at first. Now I've got some elevator shenanigans going on here, I see. What? Oh. I see that. I think that opened the thing down there. Sure looks like it. Yeah. Getting into that location doesn't seem very feasible, though. Oh well. Uh-oh, they spoiled the strategy. Now we know how to... taking the bomb, because I think I've got better range with that, so... that might prove to be important. Oh, fine. Yeah, that laser arm is a little too low. I was gonna say, do those not break? Hell's the deal? Yep. Alright, so... yeah, you just gotta lure the thing into shooting lasers at the machine. And generally avoid all of the various projectiles coming at you. Ugh! Just like I didn't do very well there. All the wheelies are heading out of here. We can't even take one of their powers for our own, but that's fine. Wheel is probably not our best choice of power here. Oh. No, I think this actually is a place where it would have been good, but... I'll find out when the time comes, or something. When I become disappointed. Oh, hey, wow. These rainbow cannons are nasty. Fuck! Oh, yeah, I died to the auto-scroller. I shouldn't have gone for that Maxim Tomato. I didn't really need it that much. I just was slightly irritated from the rainbow cannon getting me. See, we get a heal afterwards anyway. And a second one if we want it for some reason. So I think this just leads straight to the Meta Knight fight. Oh no, there's some more still. There's more of these goofballs. Alright, well in that case, partner time. And they're all dead. So much for that, guys. Well, end phase, we get to pick up a heal. And here we are. It's time for the requisite Meta Knight sword fight. Oh, face the correct way, Kirby. Come on. I trained you better than that. Probably. Also, yeah, Meta Knight hits like a truck. We took 2 hits and we're down to like a third of our HP. That I'm not feeling like we can even survive another hit. Well, we were able to. That's a genuine shock. Alright, I was gonna say, where's he coming from? Whew, that was close. And yet, his helmet cracks off and he's a weird Kirby-like creature underneath it. However, there is still a little bit more after we've defeated Meta Knight. Things are not completely over for us yet. We gotta make our getaway, and this part I remember, like, actually being a huge problem. I could be wrong. In fact, it's very likely that I am, but I seem to recall having died on this a lot when I was a kid. So if I game over here, well, I'm only going to be slightly embarrassed. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's why, because it's easy to fall in pits like that. No! Stop! God, the hit stun. Whew, that was tight. We actually almost ran out of time, which would have been an even worse way to lose that. But there we go. That is Revenge of Meta Knight. So we have finished 3 out of the... Well, actually 4, because we beat Gourmet Race also. So that's 4 out of the 6 sub-games of Kirby Superstar down. And we've only got a couple of longer ones left. Excuse me. I'll be right back. Once again, everybody enjoy this little scroll of dudes. Okay, everybody, I'm back, and the odds of us finishing this one today are pretty low, because the Great Cave Offensive is pretty long. But it's real good. Is this your first time play? No. But yeah, let's take a quick... oh, it's the X button to see our treasure menu here. This should at least allow us to scroll through and see how many of these we've got. I'm pretty sure it's 60 that we have to find. Yeah, 60. And of course our goal, as always, is going to be try to get all of them. We'll need something else to come back up that way, so that probably hints to you that there's going to be some interesting pathfinding in here, that's for sure. And hey, look, it's our first treasure. Press up to get it, and we get the gold medal. That's right, this tiny medal is worth a whole 10,000 gold. It's so, so good. Oh. Right, Knuckle Joe, you can come out here and don't get that one. That'll make you have to reset this room. So yeah, on top of everything else, this is probably a little bit more puzzle-oriented than your average Kirby thing. And we got ourselves a whip. Did we miss something? Yeah, it's number 3. And maybe we're not obtaining them completely in order, but it's like there's not much room for there to be a... Oh, no, I get where it's gotta be. Unfortunately, I also kind of need my partner to not be a complete knob about the whole situation. Maybe having a bomb power would work. I don't know if the Knuckle Joe is going to be strong enough to do it, but we can give it a shot. Whip our punch glove here. Get our fighter ability back. Oh yeah, okay, that's good enough actually. That's fine. That works for me. Gotta fight the current a little bit. And we get a gold coin. Meowth's coin is only worth 1,000 G, apparently. Actually, isn't 1,000 like the limit of how much you'd be able to get from Payday anyway, so... maybe it fits. Yeah, like I said, you don't really want to hit that or you have to reset the room. But in this case, we've already got the treasure, so meh. Off we go. You can fight the current. Yes. Good one. Oh. Get this bird out of here. Always with those video game birds, man. Okay, so this is the first puzzle in the game where you need to use the partner as player 2. So I hope you like keyboard noises, because there's going to be an amount of them. Yes, I'm pretty sure that is, in fact, a true statement, yes. I don't know if it will let you solve this with one player, but it definitely is actually a quite good choice of power for working with this. But we got the crystal ball. And admittedly, a crystal ball does seem pretty dang expensive, so... that worth... not bad. Whoa, don't jump back into the bird, because we have, like, no health. Oh, and there's some fun sprite glitch happening down there. That was weird. We do keep all of our stuff, right? Yes. Okay, so... I suppose the only thing we have to worry about too severely is... just running out of lives entirely until we find a save point. Which, yes, there are save points in this because, well, it's quite long. I don't know if there's even a save point before the first boss of the area, which, yeah, there's a couple of bosses that sort of loosely separate out the thing into, well, areas. Ooh, hey. See, it was worth coming up here. What do you got for us? A lucky cat. Oh, that'll build up into some pretty high score if we get decent RNG on those things, but let me tell you. Yeah, there you go. Just, nope. You pick up a Joker for anything in Balatro that will fit with a certain build, and then the game will just be like, yeah, by the way, we're not giving you things to deal with this. Now, try not to let anything land on that middle spot in particular, because otherwise, yeah, that chest is going right in the lava, and you're not going to have a very good time getting it back. We got the Seiryu sword. That's, I was gonna say, is that in the same order? Yeah, that's number 6. Good, I haven't missed anything yet. Nor have I missed out on a branching path. The screwball, yes. Yes, indeed, that's what that ability is called. Oh yeah, you definitely... Again, the partners have problems sometimes, that they kind of will just try to grief you a little bit. As much as their damage output is amazing, there's reasons why I'm not a big fan. 'Cause, yeah, you can get into situations like that. Yes, I suppose sketchy is a word that you could use to describe it. It's either that or real dumb. Wow, that enemy took as many hits as I usually would be able to take in a Kirby game. But this game, things are a little bit more variable. And we get the zebra mask? I mean, it fits with the color scheme, but that's just kind of like low-budget Fanto. It's probably a reference to something else a little bit more, but also, I mean, it do kind of be looking a little Fanto-ish. Is there Echigo candy? I think that's got to be a bit of a mistranslation there, but hey, I'm not arguing that much. It's more, hey, it's progression. Okay, so here's our save points. I guess there's one before the first boss, actually, so whatever I was saying earlier about that, I just don't have a good memory for this game. Yeah, I mean, it does kind of make sense. It could also be like a case of, like, here's a specific reference to something, but they changed the name slightly. So, I mean, fair enough. You're not wrong to say that. Wow, I don't know how to get to that one up offhand. It probably just requires me to have something I can actually attack down. Ah, well. For now, we got this guy. And Sir Kibble is destroying all of my ammunition. Turn around, man. Come on. If you're gonna do all the work for me, don't do all the work for me that way. Yeesh. Okay, so we've got this thing. Will this let us get that one up? Yes. Oh, by the way, there is an attack that I didn't show off with the hammer where you hold up and you do this sort of fiery charge with it. So, hey, there's more in the moveset. It's just that that's really awkward to use. Bye! That was a really odd choice on my part, but hey, it worked. Okay, so if I recall correctly, this location, we definitely want the plasma ability now that it's available to us. That seems like a familiar situation where you obtain plasma in this first phase of GCO and you need it for something like right away. I was gonna say, let's see how long a charge lasts for, but it doesn't survive the cannon, that's for sure. Well, it survives a decent length of time, actually. Considering. I was gonna say, I hear the mirror guy going nuts over there, but it's a different one. Whoa, whoa. At least they're not staying in there. We got a Beast Fang. Ah, yes, that'll boost my twin-headed Thunder Dragon nicely. Yep. I'll remember to press X to see our treasure list eventually. That time was a mistake. That was me brushing over the controller and apparently doing an input. Wow, the controller sometimes is like as sensitive as my fucking keyboard. The keyboard that gives me a lot of like double inputs on things. Press X to doubt / C treasure list. Yes! That's a good one. I do love press X to doubt bits. Okay, so for this so these cables can be cut. They don't really give you necessarily the bestest tutorial ever for that, but okay, come on, bonkers. Walk into the fine, do I So I believe the mirror power-up can actually cut those cables. No. I'm wrong. That's fine. That happens. I'm just gonna have to actually get, like, cutter or sword cutter or something. shears power. Tin snips power. I don't know. But I can just go backwards, I'm pretty sure. But first of all, let's do this. Let's grab the sword. It's not for you, champ. You don't... Oh, you jerk. Thankfully, yes, you can just murder them with a slide kick. And in here is a treasure and a 1-up. We got springtime. That's right, they fit an entire season into that chest. These guys, I don't think give you an ability for some reason. The, like, weird rainbow guys, there's some kind of cannon. Yeah, they're not worth anything. Which is weird, but, you know. Wouldn't be the first weird thing in a Kirby game. Right, now, cutting those obviously is just kind of a waste of our efforts. But we go in here. Is that it? I thought there was something in here. Like a treasure kind of something. Yeah, no, we got 13 treasures. I could swear there were more that we could get before we fight the boss here, but it's very possible that I'm just a buffoon. I mean, it's kind of true that I am a little bit, but... Alright, well, apparently Tack decided that I don't deserve a sword. That's cool, dude. Didn't even want it anyway. Yeah. And here we go. Here's our new friend who's got a very fun looking appearance. This is Fatty Whale, and I wasn't expecting him to actually hit. Least he could do is not just knock my star out of my thing immediately. Come on. I deserve that other hit, though. Alright, now dodge the rocks better. Come on. I said better, not whatever the hell that was. Oh, I'm... As if I'm ever going to remember that, but yes, you are correct. The shoulder buttons do block. I forget about that all the time because... I forget about a lot of things all the time, really. But look at that nice star background. Actually, this kind of looks like another one from another game. But with a Kirby in the background. This music is fun. Which is why I'm talking over it like a fool. Nice short little room between sections there. Yep. Careful the frog. The frog probably doesn't deserve whatever would happen if I land on it. Which is... it would die. Right. Save, and just leave that treasure there for now. As you can see, things are getting a little bit more branchy pathway-y. Oh. Wow, that was some great performance on my part. Oh, that's quite possible. I can definitely go back there, though. I mean, this one is very good about letting you go backwards, thankfully. Otherwise, that'd be a bit of a problem, because, yeah, look at this huge gap. Yeah, here's one at the top of... we got a dime. Oh, there's two! Alright. Oh, I was half expecting that to be like a higher denomination coin as a joke, but that works for me. Glass slippers. And... back up we go. So technically this is not the first place we're supposed to go, judging by the ordering of the treasures there, but whatever, I'm sure that we can live with the stigma. About to have a complete repeat of last time with that. Ooh. Hey, you can see Plasma's not doing, like, amazing damage to anything unless we have it charged. But I'm keeping it for that ability to go through walls. And the fact that it's just that strong when it's fully charged. Oh yeah, I knew this had to be something with all the little bit of air currents there. Hey, we got a fishbone all the way from Super Mario World. Or anywhere else you might find a fish skeleton. And the beast fossil. Come on, let me see the thing. Don't be silly, game. Or continue being silly, that's also available. Alright, see ya when you get back. Or if I am done with stream by then I guess next time. Let that thing just hit a rock or something. That opens us up a whole... oh, it's just a path upward, huh? I thought there was going to be something interesting with this. I mean, there's... not zero utility to that, but it's not a ton. And we get a very not brassy looking brass knuckle. And I haven't shown off Crash in this game. We've seen it, it's definitely been seen in, it's a lot different from Kirby's Adventure. I played part of Kirby's Adventure on here, but it was on the Switch Online, and I was like, this feels like it's a little bit off in terms of, like, input and stuff. There might have been some input lag because of the controller I was using, which is kind of a cheap thing, but, you know. We will definitely play through Kirby's Adventure at some point, unless I, like, die very soon. Obviously, who wants to be thinking about that, but... you know, some things happen. Oh, crud vapors. That is a mean little bit of business you want out of me, game. But thankfully, anything like that, it's as easy as just reset the room. Just press the up button while it's falling, and hooray, you get a whole 10G. Which I think that's kind of funny in and of itself, that it's like, hey, you had something that required a little bit of a test of reflexes out of you, and it was not worth anything in the long run, so that's funny. But hey, we've got a full set of stuff so far. 1 to 22, all in a row. So I guess that was actually the first. I mean, it makes sense because it's on the left and most of these things you go left to right, but perhaps they might have intended you to do something different this time. Just mash the button harder to get in there. And we got the bucket from Wario's Woods. That's a fun reference to a game that I've never played. Wario's Woods? Or is it Mario and No, it's not Wario's Woods. It's a different game. Sorry. It's like, I think it's Mario and Wario, actually. Whatever, I haven't played either of them, so... And there's our summertime. That's the second of... There's 4 of these season items. You know, hey, nice to have a little bit of a themed thing like that, right? Well, crap, there goes our yo-yo. Ah, well. I'm sure we'll live. Darn. I think at least we keep all of our... Yeah, because that's just a... And we're saved. So now, it's back to this. Because I'm sure there's more items here. Oh yeah, there's something down there at the bottom. Give me that back. I actually kind of like that one. I know we just had the whole conversation about how ultimately it's usually stronger to just have no power, but I like this one. For what truly very, very little I'm allowed to use out of it. Especially with the game just knocking it out of me with that jet guy constantly. $100 coin. And I guess we can compare with that and the dime and I think maybe something else. That 1G apparently is 1 cent. And how's our list looking? Yeah, still full so far, so let's see what happens after here. Those guys have incredible accuracy with that hand. An ancient gem, yeah, I mean, technically that's true, but the more technical term there would be a Magatama for that kind of thing. That sort of looks like half of a yin-yang, but not necessarily black or white. Just the shape that I'm referring to. And we got the Falcon helmet. I wonder who that belongs to. Probably a guy who hasn't been in a whole lot of games lately. I'm just taking a guess here. You know, I wanted to follow that guy because there's actually kind of a fun animation that these guys will do. For sale moves never shown. Nice. The guys that steal your powers, they... If I recall correctly, if they, like, run away with it for long enough, they'll do a thing where... An animation where they just, like, fly up into the sky, basically, using a jetpack that kind of comes out of their... Well, jetpack is not really the correct term, but... Again, if the game will ever let me show this off properly, we'll get to see it. Yeah, like that. They just sort of jet away. That's quite fun, at least to me. Well, that was an incredible turn of events. Yep, that's right. Also, because I forgot to say it at the time that it actually happened. Yes, indeed, we got the dud. Thank you, Marge Simpson. Oh God. Yeah, that needs something a little different from. It certainly needs display of skill. Oh, buddy. Now, come back here, Wheelie. I think I need the wheel power up. Or perhaps I just need to be able to wheelie ride? Yeah, because yeah, you can jump while you're wheelie riding. Ow. Oops. Don't look at the screen, guys. That was kind of bad. Well, whatever. I know how to do that now, at least, so... It's just a matter of actually pulling it off. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge when I get hit in the back of the head with a boomerang. I'm sure that's how the saying goes. Because that's the thing that happens to a lot of people, right? Hey. Come on. How hard can this possibly be? Oh, don't tell me. Never mind. Because I do realize the answer is kind of a lot, actually. Alright. Do that. And we got a truth mirror. Hooray! We are at another boss already. But it looks like we've got everything in this area, so there's that at least. I'm gonna take Jet, I think. This boss is quite fun. I remember what boss this is, like, immediately. Unfortunately, this is not really the way to do this. Although you can just fill this thing with exhaust from your butt, so that's good. But yeah, obviously this is a bit of a throwback to, in particular, Dragon Quest, but, you know, most RPGs. I think it's definitely, like, very specifically stylized as... I'd rather have the sword here. I mean, I should really have taken the yo-yo because, again, I actually find that to be quite good, but... Oh shit, the hammer. Oh well. There's only 3 enemies that spawn for any of these. Yeah. Cute, and yeah, the little sort of NES-style version of the boss theme. Honesty, greediness, courage, humor, beauty, friendship. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the essential Kirby stats, aren't they, mostly? Wow, it really doesn't want me to heal my partner, huh? That's alright. Oh. That doesn't let you jump the cart. This isn't Donkey Kong. Oh, careful. There's an entrance to enter while you're falling. And yeah, you can see it. This place is getting a little bit more deadly of a location here already. Yes, please get out of here, actually, because... Well, it wasn't actually the wheelie's fault, never mind. And we immediately find Tut's mask. Yes, very specific. And in fact, that's probably one of the last treasures of the zone, then. $37? Sheesh. In a row? Wait. Now, surely I was going to say this has to be something that I have to approach with care, right? Care or nearly fucking dying. That's also a possibility. All that for a rice bowl. Well... I mean, hey. As always, I find it very funny when the treasures that have, like, the lowest point value and stuff and are very mundane are at the end of the super dangerous locations. Let's try dropping all the way at the bottom here and see what we've got. Do we have a save point nearby? I could use one of those. Alrighty, so what's in the bottom floor of the castle? Are these treasures more towards the start of the list? We'll find out when we actually find any of them, so... Careful we don't get hit by that. And, hey. A unicorn's horn. That would be quite useful if we were playing NetHack. Usually. Add that Parasol Waddle Dee to our party. Ooh, how am I supposed to get at that? Oh, no, don't do that. That's just a bottomless... Oh. It's really that simple. Well, that was very silly what I just did. There's our autumn time. Okay. So we really haven't figured out how to fill in the rest of that middle zone yet, I see. And we've got Meta Knight and his... Well, just Meta Knight's flunkies, actually. Meta Knight himself is not here. We really only fight him in Revenge and in the boss rush. Unless there's a fight against him in Milky Way Wishes that I don't remember. Which is a distinct possibility because I believe that's actually an amount of recycled bosses other than the final. Don't take my word for it, though. And yeah, as per usual, our partner having 0 survival instinct. Let's go check out this side door, I guess, before going in the middle of that area. Oh. That just leads further on. We don't need to do that yet, then. Well, crap. I liked that hammer. Unfortunately, if you lose a power-up in that room, you are not preserving it at all. So I didn't break anything. I didn't use the mic because I think I actually need rock for something. Not too far in the future here. Now, I don't think we can do anything special with this other than turn into a rock. And there's various fun rocks that we can turn into. Oh, this room. Yes, this room is not quite the one that I thought it was. I think there's another, like, really shitty room where you have a lot of sleep pickups to dodge. But this one is, well, another one of these. It's the first example of this puzzle that we're running into, and yeah, it's... That was pretty bad. Oh, come on. Boo! Snap out of it, Kirby. Come on. Oh, that's much shorter than I thought. I was expecting there to be a good bit more, but it does get us to Mr. Saturn, so I don't know. I can't really complain about that. We're down the list. Oh, that's further down. Wow. All right. All right, then. Why not? Just stay a stone until this thing blows up. Wow, rude. Get in there. We get some armor. Unfortunately, that's not going to protect us from anything, but... I suppose some ideas are, well, they'd be a little odd even in a Kirby game. Or perhaps even especially in a Kirby game, as the case may be. Careful we don't touch the spikes. Hey, a treasure chest inside of a treasure chest. That's a situation you like to see. Because under no circumstances is it incredibly silly. Ouch! That was quite violent for those spikes. Just like, you catch fire, you get electrocuted. Eesh. Oh god, okay, this is the room I'm thinking of for, like, a really nasty... Yeah. I remember I just kind of remembered this auto-scrolling room that almost instantly kills you. And it's that. You get the treasure, you get out. It's very fast. And I probably made it look a lot easier than it actually is. Well, Rocky, you can just hang out. If I discover I need the rock ability, I'm gonna feel maybe a little bit silly, but it wouldn't be the first time, really. I do like Kirby's run animation when you have the mirror move, too. Just that sort of, like, sideways sliding like that. That's pretty good. Ah, yes, and here's a nice bridge between some castle towers here. Now it's starting to crumble. Ah, yes, it really is turning into that place where we fought the Dragon Tank in Chrono Trigger. How could I make that reference? Alan isn't paying that much attention. Wait. Oh, yes, okay, so here's where you need the rock. Alright, so... let me just bump this thing off real quick. Make sure that I'm safe to grab rock back. Or stone. I keep saying rock. Shockingly, not that hard. That gets us a gold crown. Well, once again, there's a good chunk of stuff that I'm missing that I need to go back for at some point. I just gotta remember when I do that. Now, if this rock could stop juggling every enemy into me... I did tell you they tend to be more trouble than they're worth. Right? Because it remains true. Am I supposed to get something to, like, cut with? I saw a sword guy recently, but I don't remember where. And that's certainly not the way that we go to get that, that's for sure. Oh well. Is there anything to be gained by floating back up? I think that just takes us backwards. But I will confirm in a second. That's right, Rocky, stop that. Okay, yeah, that's just the way backwards. I had to be sure, because... you all understand why. Back in here. Yeah, we were about to just take that hit anyway. It is very possible that I've missed, like, a whole section of the second world, if you will. Everybody cover your eyes. I'm burning this off, like, real quick. Grab stone. Now go back up to the top of the area. The side is just this one, right? Yes, there's no need to be in there. I hope there's a sword user in one of these locations. Sword or cutter, I guess, is also an option. Maybe ninja is as well. This way leads to a boss, by the way. Just judging by that layout, I can tell you that very easily. That is the way to the Chameleon Arm, I think is the boss's name. Oh shit. We missed the... We missed Rocky turning into the Samus statue. I mean, we kind of saw it, but... that weird chunk of stone was just zooming straight down. Hey, good job. I didn't even have to take control of Rocky there. That's pretty neat. Of course, now we're looking at this. Yeah, you can go ahead and turn into a Simurur there, buddy. I don't need the rock power right now, so... Get yourselves a nice fancy cape. Everybody should... Everybody probably needs a fancy cape, right? Especially Kirby. Jesus. That was painful. Or at least it sure felt like it. Alright, now back we go. We drop out of the tower. Let's go hit the save point real quick. It's a good way to get our bearings. Plus we get our health back. And now, we've still got more of this castle to explore. And hopefully find all those items that we somehow don't have in our list yet. Before we go to the boss. Ah, dang it. Nice. Definitely use that one up. Go in here. Things out. Yeah, I'm not that attached to Ninja, so that's fine. We get the Star Tiara. Wow, alright. Hey, let me get rid of the Shatso here. And I died from contact damage because I didn't get out of that thing in time. Whoops. Whoops. It's alright, how's our... Okay, yeah, only 3 more items and then I think we'll be able to move on. But I am going to need to go get stone again, it looks like. Or perhaps hammer. In fact, I like hammer better than stone. Let's go do that. Just let Parasol Waddle Dee take care of things for us. Usually works, actually. Alright. Now, back we go. Hello, Lean 64DS, I think that... Yes. How are you? Hope you're having a good evening. Or I suppose, whichever time it is for you. It's a little after 9:30 here, so... That's why I'm saying... Oh, my... You say my apologies. I do not speak Spanish. I only speak English, and how well I do that may be something of you know, something to be contested. No, apologies. I do not speak Spanish. Oh, these things happen. It's all right. Oh yeah, this is quite dangerous. That's my hammer. I think Gordos basically always knock the power out of you whenever you get hit by them. Oh, this is a very painful room. I want to go see what the other one is instead. Because I do seem to recall that there is actually a cannon section around here, so they give you that for good reason. I'm aiming to do 100% in Kirby Superstar, yeah. And I died. Oh well. At least we still have a life left. Not counting this one, so I guess technically it's 2 lives. It's only 1. We can die 2 more times before we see a game over screen. There we go. Oh, I did not remember that we did that with the parasol. That's fun. Oh, that's my fault. Back to dealing with this guy. Again, just send out a partner to deal with him. Will be significantly more aggressive than I will. Just don't break the exploding block there. Okay, we're good. We've got this. It's time to go back in that direction. And if we could just not... Well... It would help if we didn't take stupid hits like that, but... Very specifically, if we could not lose the ability before we get back to that one room where we actually need it. Unless for some reason they leave the fact that we pounded the stake into the ground left done, which I do not believe they do. In which case, if that is the... in which case, then there was no reason for me to go get this, but it's still a nice ability. Yeah, see, it didn't stay completed for us. Thankfully, we're not going to need it coming back, which... Again, there's something that we require fire for, if I recall correctly. But of course, we're also very much at the point where my memory is not really serving me super well anymore, because I haven't played this game since I was rather young. Hand off the hammer. Oh god. That was not great. Oh right, we had one of these guys, and that was our problem last time. Oh no, our hammer guy turned into Bugsy. That's unfortunate. But hey, we get to have Bugsy on our team just for, you know, need to have that going on. Got our Koopa shell. We've got 2 more items to pick up here, and I know where one of them is. I just am kind of hoping that there's another way to get there. Like, is this side gonna hopefully be a little bit safer? It kind of is. I just have to not do things like that. I've been doing really dumb things with this today. Eesh. That works. Pick this back up. And it's back this way we go. Okay, back in this hallway. I feel like I've been here like a million times, and to be honest with you, I probably have. That's fun to watch. That's about how I feel right now. Minus the hammer spin at the end. Oh, you just completely botched that. Well, rip the hammer. We probably don't need it. It just was kind of a nice ability. Healing Burning Leo is probably fair use of my resources. Okay, so this is an instance where I believe the big trick for us is going to be using our partner to open that, if I'm not mistaken. But first, let's see if we can get this thing. Oh god. Oh. Well, it's certainly much easier to recover from that side, and we get the warrior shield. Alright. Now. Oh hey, wow. Finally, we actually managed to end up in a position where we didn't immediately lose our power from hitting a Gordo. Not that it super duper matters here, but still. Get health back from that. Okay. So now let's see if this works the way I think it is going to in this case. Or I guess we're not going to see that. Never mind. Well. Time to go through this again. Yeah, Bugsy, you just keep doing whatever. Make sure we don't jump straight into the fireball there. Wow, alright. That time I ended up being the one who got hit. Doesn't happen very much. Bugsy or Bubsy, I mean... Oh, that was some good timing. We just barely got away with that. But hey, I don't even have to take control of the partner then. That's very helpful. As we get a sword. Yes, very helpful description. And I like how this sword is worth more money than this sword, which is significantly fancier and, you know, attached to a name with some mythological significance to it. So that's funny. But I believe now we do actually have all of the items from this area. Unless there's something later in the list that I have missed, which means that I can come out of here. I can go save, because, I mean, lives-wise, we're not doing super well. And I can go fight Chameleon Arm, and then probably just go save again after that. What could possibly... Yeah, you cut that out, sir. No, keep going with these jokes, it's fine. This account has been mysteriously instantly deleted. What? As somebody on the internet went and got you for your opinions about Bubsy. Imagine defending Bubsy in current year argument. Imagine defending an actually halfway decent game. I've definitely played worse things than Bubsy 1, that's for sure, and by a pretty wide margin, and not just other Bubsy games. I know that it's like the big meme, but listen, there actually are worse video games out there, guys. Been a lot of TikToking lately. Favorite games as someone born in some millennial year. Yeah, see, I don't really follow too much along with that website to know much about what's going on over there. But I will say this, that every time I see... Yeah... Wait, what? Yeah. But the other part of it where it's a lot of just like, hey, here's some incredibly obvious choices that you've heard like 8 million times. The games that like everybody refers to as like, oh yeah, well these are the best games of this era, and it's like, well, I mean, you're entitled to that perspective, but first of all, I didn't even press the button properly for what I was trying to do there, but that was pretty bad. I think I was just not processing immediately that like, oh hey, he is throwing out those paint globs instantaneously. And I might have been expecting it to be something different. Would you believe that literally everyone born between, not me, but, you know, I'm kind of a sicko. I play plenty of OOT randomizer, but I'm not really very fond of vanilla Ocarina of Time. Which feels like one of my big kind of sicko gaming tastes. If such a thing can be said. On the other hand, I also am not one of those people who's like, oh, it's actually like, you know, really, really bad. 1 out of 10. No, it's just kind of mid. Oh, why are there so many of these flies? That's the Bronto birds, I think they're called. Nice. That's the thing I can appreciate. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with this room other than the fact that it's sort of emulating the idea of being darkened, but not doing such a good job at it. Well, there's a tomato at least, so I can refill. Actually, game, I kind of just want a save point. Yeah, that's kind of true about... Oh. I was not on the intro screen. Well, we get to see the the continue screen, which these are always fun. Oh, I have to go and fight this guy again. I have to fight Chameleon Arm again. Well, that's fine. Oh. Never mind. Apparently I don't. So, really, it seems like the cost of game overing is quite low. I have no idea how much stuff is over there, or also how much, how near or far a save point is there. So I am actually going to just go back to the save point. Because, yeah, I've been streaming for just about 3 hours. And that's the sort of runtime that I like to have. I'm not 100% sure why I decided to start going with that as, like, the standard target runtime, even though I wildly overshoot it frequently. But for some reason, it's just like, hey, 3 hours seems about right. To pay that hit point tax as we make our way out. Because, yeah, that area is a little bit confined. And I don't have that kind of feather touch, that's for sure.